So hey guys, today I wanted to cover something that is like a big kind of hot button topic with a lot of the keto groups and pages you'll see, and a lot of people get confused by it or don't know which direction to go. So the topic, the big argument, I guess is the way to look at it, is net carbs or real carbs. Essentially that means dirty lazy keto on net carbs, strict keto on real carbs, generally is the case. I personally count net carbs. It's what I've almost always done. I've never really been strict keto. I think maybe in the very, very beginning I was for a minute, but I really never was. I've always been this hybrid of dirty, lazy keto kind of scenario, and it's always, it's always worked for me. There are people, at least people I've talked to, that gave keto a legit shot and it didn't work for them. I mean, everybody's body is going to be different. Not everybody's body is going to react the same way. So, my suggestion is if you tried keto and you were really doing net carbs, try counting real carbs. A lot harder, I'll tell you that for sure. Much harder to count real carbs. Tougher way to live your life for sure. But you may not have to do it long. Try it for 2 weeks. Then roll back and go to net carbs and see how that works for you. That's essentially what most people kind of do. You go in kind of really hardcore, and you're looking for a way to ease it back. So the net carbs is a great way. I mean, there's so many foods out there now that they're making with nearly zero net carbs, if not zero net carbs. I know there's several different breads out there. I get one at Aldi. Schnucks carries one now. They're zero net carbs because they put so much fiber in them. I'm tell you, they're not the greatest bread in the world, but when you haven't had bread in a while, they're pretty solid. So that is the fundamental of today, is just don't get hung up on it. If you're counting net carbs and it's not working, you're progressing really slowly, then maybe try real carbs. And counting real carbs is hard. Just like I said, a couple weeks, then slide back to net carbs and see if you stay on track. That would be my recommendation, because net carbs is just hard. That's a tough way to live your life. I mean, it really is. I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm saying I can't do it, and I'm not gonna do it. Not permanently and forever. That won't happen. I will always live keto. The only way you could get me to stop living this way is if somebody could verifiably prove to me that it's causing me some type of health issue. And so far, if anything, I'm healthier than I've been in years. Me personally, my blood pressure's down, my cholesterol's down. I look and feel better than I have in a really long time, probably 30 years. So for me, I'm gonna always live this life. But to live it as a real carb, strict carb thing, ooh, man. I mean, if you can do it, more power to you, and you're amazing. But I cannot handle that. Can't do it. So that would be really what I had for today. Just don't let anybody try to convince you one way or the other is no matter what you got to do it. You always get those. See, that's right. Like everything else in the country today, it seems like that is also, when you read the keto pages, there seems to be no middle. Right? It's got to be this or got to be that. It's A or B, right? Nothing in between them. That's astoundingly stupid to me, and I can't even believe that that's where we're at with everything, including dieting. I mean, there's always a gray in dieting. I mean, everybody's body is different. So you are not going to react the way your spouse or your brother or your sister or whoever reacted to this diet. It's going to be different for everyone, period. So just don't get caught up in that, right? Just try one way. I recommend trying the net carbs initially. If you see no progress or you don't think you're progressing fast enough, then, move to a real carb situation. But I'm going to warn you, 20 to 25 real carbs per day is tough. That's a tough thing to do. It can be done. I know a lot of people that do it. There's literally thousands, if not more, people who do that every day. More power to them. It will not be me. So, again, it's your life, it's your diet, it's your body, right? Find what works for you and get after it. I think I mentioned this before, but just one more time, I like to keep throwing it out there. For people who struggle with keto or think that keto didn't work for them or it didn't work for them, I always recommend trying the Banting diet. That's B as in boy, T as in Tom, ING, Banting diet. You can look that up on Google, find Banting food lists. It simplifies it. It's like the original Keto Atkins low carb style diet. It's, I want to say, like the 1800s, if I remember right. I'm quite sure that's correct. And ironically, it's one of the few things that isn't named after the doctor that invented it. It's actually named after the patient that it was designed for. So basically, it's just 3 food lists, and it's like a stoplight. It's red, yellow, green, and you can figure that out for yourself, right? Red is hell no, green is nom nom nom, and yellow is be careful, right? So a lot of people do really well on that who don't do well on keto. It ends up giving you the same results. I think they're a little slower results overall, but results nonetheless, right? So, so yeah, be careful with the net carb, real carb thing, argument back and forth. Who gives a shit? Do what works for you. And if you're struggling with keto, check the Banting diet out. I think that's a real possibility for people that are struggling with this diet, right? So, until next time, you guys keep working. You'll get there.